This is lesson 8, number 14, how drop-down menus work. A drop-down menu provides a fixed list of choices for a user to choose from. If you're expecting only a fixed set of responses from a user, then it's a good alternative to a plain text box input. For example, if you want the user to select a day of the week, drop-down menu versus text input. Choosing a day of the week is an example when it's a good idea to use a drop-down menu because there are only 7 days of the week. But there are countless ways a user might type it if you used a text input box. Rather than trying to figure out what the user typed, you can provide your own list. It makes it much easier to check. Add and populate in design mode. In the design mode, click and drag a drop-down onto the screen. Don't forget to give it a meaningful ID. Add the list of options you want here, each one on its own line. By default, the options box shows only 2 lines, but you can add as many lines as you want. Here's the drop down, you drag it out, and then you give it a name, and then you can add your options right there on each line. How to get what the user chose. To get the value the user selected from the drop-down menu is very similar to getting the text out of a text input. The event type change gets triggered when the user has made a new selection. The change event fires when the user releases the mouse button on a new selection. You don't want click because that would trigger the moment the user clicked the arrow to open up the menu in the first place. You get the value that was selected the same way you get the data out of a text input box with getTextID. If you call getTextID on a drop-down menu, it returns the currently selected value in the menu. Here's an example that uses an if statement with a drop-down. The program lets the user pick a day of the week and display a message. Study the code and read through the commentary on the right side. An image of the app is shown at the left after the user has selected Wednesday. When the drop-down menu changes, we're going to save the selection and concatenate it, save the variable in the beginning of a message that will eventually be displayed to the user. It's blank day. Number 3, check the current value of the drop-down to see if it's Friday. If the text in the drop-down is Friday, then we're going to say, woohoo, here comes the weekend. Otherwise, we skip it and we say, I can't wait for Friday. So it's whatever day, I can't wait for it. And then we take that message that was created and add it to the label. Finally, yes. Okay. That's all. Thank you.